All right, awesome. Welcome, welcome, welcome everyone in the room. We are going to get started. We have Tracy from the DMV. Hey, Tracy. So we're going to get started now. As people come in, they can just join us. Just FYI, this meeting will be recorded and be available to you after this is over. And I am going to turn my background music off so we can all be together. So I like interaction. So while we're here together, we want to make this be an enjoyable time where you can gain value, gain knowledge, gain insight, and that we can all just kind of connect with each other. So one, I want to first thank you all for being here. And if you're here, if you're ready to get this started and learn more about the foundational principles of entrepreneurship, let's put ones in the chat for me. If you're ready to get this started, hit me with some ones in the chat. All right, all right. Let's get this started. More ones. I love it. I love it. All right, awesome. We are going to get started. So before we get started, we want to welcome you to MP Services LLC's series of workshops that are geared to entrepreneurs and people who are already in business or starting business or looking to expand their business. MP Services provides support for entrepreneurs, especially women of color. We do hold space for men as well, but our main focus is women of color. And as introduction to that, I want to first introduce you to Tar Pendergrass, who is the CEO of MP Services. So I'm going to have Tar say a few words for us.
Hello, all. As she stated, I am the CEO of MP Services. And during this program here, we have entrepreneurship training. This is the first session of several. I believe we have 10 scheduled. And if you choose to sign up, you sign up for the training session. And what you get with the training session is one-on-one consultation with me or one of my colleagues. You also get access to all of the workshops, and we also have other resources to help you start your business. So with that being said, we are funded by a grant. So we need feedback because we have to post our success stories. So during this presentation, she'll list the feedback, the survey. And if you could please fill it out, give us feedback, and we'll take heed to everything that is being said. We're growing this program and we love to hear back from you. And we need all of the information from you guys so we can make this program fit for all of our entrepreneurs. So I'm going to turn it back over to Joy, and I will be around for any questions afterwards if you have any for me as well.
And one thing that wasn't shared is that all of this information that's being provided by MP Services and being supported by the grant is FREE. If you like FREE, put some ones in. Actually, let's go for twos. Put some twos in the comments if you like FREE. All of the workshops that we provided, all the coaching, all the consulting, everything is available to you at no cost to you. To be in a place where as an entrepreneur, you can be supported, you can tap into resources, you can gain and you can learn all the things you don't know. Isn't it great that you can do all of that without having to pay extra for it? So that's exciting. Yes, we have twos in the comments. And I also would like to introduce Andrea Smetley. She's on the screen. She's going to be supporting us and being here for us. Andrea is the program manager for MP Services, and she handles a lot of the administrative work, a lot of the support. She probably is a contact person who you'll be basically kind of coordinating anything if you have any questions. And if there's anything that you're interested in or anything you want to know more information about, please feel free to put it in the survey or send an email and let us know. And then we are going to get started. Yay, yay. Let's get started. All right, so foundational principles of entrepreneurship. What will we discuss? This is very important because we want to make sure that we adhere and we respect your time and we appreciate you being here. So what we will discuss in this topic is why entrepreneurship, vision, mission, and values, as well as your goals, business plan, financial responsibility, practical strategies, tools, and next steps. Again, we won't be before you long. We'll try to get you out of here before the hour, but we're going to hold space for questions at the end. Or if you have something in the middle while we're going, just feel free to put it in the chat and I'll keep it, I'll keep an eye on the chat while we are here. And all of that talking I've been doing, I did not introduce myself. So hello, 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 and welcome. I am Joy Cook. I am an executive advisor for MP Services, but I am also a life strategist and success coach. I'm CEO of Joy Enterprise Solutions, and we do business as Inspiring Joy Inc. Coaching and Consulting. I am the founder of Inspiring Joy, which is a nonprofit 501c3 that helps stimulate economic growth, provide personal and professional leadership and development for individuals and small businesses. I'm a mother of three amazing adults, and I really love that they're like adults. And I'm a lover of life and the people advocate. I love being in this space to be and share and connect with each one of you here. It means a lot to me that you guys even showed up. So thanks for showing up. And my focus and mission is to work with and empower forward-thinking, ambitious business professionals, business owners, entrepreneurs, educators, to create whole life success, because I just believe that we should not be in life where we only focus in success in one area. We should be in life where we focus on success in all areas of our life, because it's actually possible for each of us. And we do that by evolving personally, by elevating professionally, by expanding financially, to go beyond the ordinary to create extraordinary. So as a background to who I am a certified coach. And again, I shared who I work with. And I've also been an accountant in the business operations for over 20 years. So I come to you sharing this information from experience, from education, from skills, from a lot of different industries that will hopefully be helpful to you. And I'm always available for questions if any come up. So that's me, and I'm glad to be here with you guys. All right, so before we begin, why entrepreneurship? So the first thing we have to do is really define, when we think of entrepreneurship and we think of what that means, we have to gain clarity. Without clarity, it's hard for us to take those steps towards where we're trying to create. So one, what is entrepreneurship? Entrepreneurship is the activity of setting up a business or businesses and taking on financial risk in hope of profit. The main point in this is that it's in hope of profit. We want people to be profitable as they're building a business, and that's why we're here, so we can support each other and support you while you're growing your business. If you haven't started yet but thinking about starting, if you already started in your beginning phases, or if you're a seasoned entrepreneur, this information is still valuable and still relevant to every person in entrepreneurship. So let's talk about the types of entrepreneurs. So before we do that, small businesses represent majority of U.S. entrepreneur ventures. So small businesses are a huge part of this whole economic train moving. Small businesses could be launched by a founder without any intention of growing, or it can be a chain or a franchise. So small businesses usually invest their own money to get started, which I'm quite sure a lot of you may be on that journey. So if I can get in the chat, let's go for number 3. How many of you are investing your own money to get started in business? How many? Put 0 if you're not. If you got funding from someplace else, let's put zeros. But if you're putting your own money in to make this thing happen. Okay, I am. Thanks, Keisha. Thanks, everybody, for responding. Appreciate that. And so when we think about the types of entrepreneurs, small businesses, it really comes from you. It comes from everything that you're willing to invest in, everything that you're willing to do. Small businesses, like I said, usually invest their own money, and they make money, and it takes them to make money in their business to help the business succeed. Then we have scalable startups. So a scalable startup is less common and attracts more of the media's attention. They begin small, usually from a seed of an idea, and they usually scale and evolve outside investors until it becomes bigger. So a scale-up startup are really your tech companies, how Facebook started, how all those businesses started. They start with an idea, and they have investors that work with them. Then we have a large company entrepreneurs, and oftentimes we may think that entrepreneurship is for small businesses, but large companies are also part of this entrepreneurship structure, because large companies inject or they can spin off from a larger company to establish different spectrums of their business and entrepreneurship. And then we have social entrepreneurship. So social entrepreneurship seeks to innovate solutions, and they're community-based to community-based problems. They're usually willing to take on the risk and the efforts to create positive change in a society through their initiatives. They're more about the impact and change and not merely generating profit. So they're really your change makers. So your people who are social activists making change, or doing things, your nonprofits doing things in the community. So with everyone that we have here, so if you are fall into the small business category, give me a 1. If you're a scalable startup, give me a 2. If you're a large company spinoff, give me a 3. And if you're a social entrepreneurship, give me a 4. So we have a couple of 1s that fall into the small business. Usually, okay, we have 2, a scalable startup. I like it. Usually we have a couple of social entrepreneurs, but it looks like we don't. Oh, there it is. We have a social entrepreneur in the house, and those are people who are looking to make a difference. So once we get clarity about how you fall into the spectrum of entrepreneurship, that's where it's important for us to start our journey. So thanks for that. Oh, Tamisa, she's also a social entrepreneur. I love it. I love it. So why entrepreneurship? What's your why? What problem are you solving? How do you approach the problem? And are you willing to commit and play full out? So this is a very important part when starting an entrepreneurship, or even if you're in entrepreneurship. Sometimes we get distracted by all of the sparkle and hustle and bustle of everything else that we often forget our why. So once you figure out and understand what entrepreneurship is, it's time to explore your why. So entrepreneurship is not for the faint of heart. How many of you guys can agree that entrepreneurship is not for the faint of heart? If you've been an entrepreneur for any amount of time, you will understand that it does take a bit of grit and grind for entrepreneurship. It's for the risk takers and those willing to invest for the return. Your why is your key to success. So do you believe in your dream and your journey enough to make it happen? So in the comments, anybody want to drop in their why? And it could be like a 1 or 2 or 3 sentence. Anybody, what's your why? Your why can be anything that motivates you to stay in business. We got any whys? So I'll share my why. My why is to create impact, build legacy for my family. I like it. Any other whys we have? It's really about building legacy. That's a huge part that many people attach to by being the change maker. Another one of my whys I'll share, if anybody can identify, my why is also attached to creating independence, freedom, and creating freedom for me to live life on my own terms the way that I want to live it. Self-sufficiency, I love it. I love it. Time and money freedom, I love, and solve social problems. I love it. I love it. Thanks for those responses. Those whys really are going to come, they come in handy. So we're going to continue on. So a thought to ponder on. Oh, to create opportunity for myself and others, empower others, and make money. Look, make money. That's what business is really about, unless you are doing it from the passion of your heart, which is absolutely okay as well. But we want to make money. So a thought to ponder on. We can't solve problems by using the same kind of thinking we use to create them. So really, and this is by Albert Einstein, really, we have to figure out how to be innovative about solving problems and not repeating or doing the same thing that we've been always doing. So anybody can tell me, if you keep on doing the same thing, expecting the different result, what does that get you? Anybody in the chat? Keep on doing the same thing, expecting to get a different result. Anybody? Anybody? Yes, there we go, Sheila. Insanity. We don't want nobody to be insane. We want to crazy and nowhere. Yes, Tamisa, that's right. So we want to really create a space where we're not driving ourselves insane, just going on the hamster wheel. We want to find ways to solve problems by using a different type of thinking than how the problem was created. So the next thing we want to discuss is fail fast, fail forward, and focus on foundation. So as we're talking about this, it's important for us to know that um, failing is part of success. It comes with the territory. You might have to try things over and over again. You might have to reset. You might have to recalibrate. You might have to refocus and reevaluate what you're doing and how you're doing it, and then do it a different way. That's part of the process of being an entrepreneur. You try things, some things will work, especially as we all have experienced the impact of COVID within this past year. We have people whose businesses were impacted. We have people whose foundation wasn't solid and they weren't able to sustain throughout this traumatic experience that we went through with COVID. However, when we have the proper things in place, which we're going to discuss in this workshop about our foundation, that is what creates sustainability and scalability. So we really want to make sure that we focus on the foundation, and the foundation of any business sets the trajectory of the forward progress. So how we move forward is based on our foundation. You can't put a roof on a house that has no foundation. So we got to start with the things that are most important that's going to withstand when the wind blows, when it gets hard, and when it gets tough. You want to make sure you have a core foundation. So the core of entrepreneurship in business, one, is about vision. Vision is about your futuristic declaration of your business purpose and aspirations. It's very important that you get clear about what your vision is for your business. And not just right now, but what the vision is. Vision is what you see. Vision is what you can't see beyond what you actually see. So visualizing. And one thing I want to encourage you guys to do is don't limit your vision on your business. Dream and then dream bigger. The next thing is your mission. Be very clear about your mission. Communicate the reason for being and the purpose, the intention and the objective. You want to have these things in place because all of these things are going to attach to your why, and they are going to be the powerhouse, the foundation of how you build and grow your business. Your values are super important. Our values are our guiding principles. They are our beliefs and they are our compass for how business operates. If you are not clear about your values, you will be tempted to do things that may not align or that may compromise. Somebody tell you, oh, if you do this for me, I'll give you an extra X amount of dollars if you do it this way. Well, if that goes against your values, that's not something that you're going to do. And if you're unclear about your values, you may be willing to sway because you don't have clear values about how you want your business to operate and how you want to show up and represent in the world of business. And the next thing, the last fourth core of entrepreneurship and business is goals. Identify the targets so we can establish the strategies. What are your goals? You're in business and everybody's here with the business. Like, what goals are you trying to accomplish? What are your goals for this year? What are your goals for the next 3 years, the next 5 years, the next 10 years? When you have a plan, if you don't have a plan, you plan to fail, right? So we want to have a plan in place. We want to have our core in place because our foundation is super important when going on the journey of entrepreneurship. And these are often the things that people bypass in business. As in business, you want to start a business, whatever it is, if it's painting, if it's doing hair, if it's doing lashes, if it's doing consulting. So many times we get so focused on the business that we forget the core foundation. So we want to make sure we have this in place, and we want to make sure that we have it written. We want to make sure that we have it available and written or typed so it's available so you can have your structure of how your business will grow and your foundation in place. So entrepreneurship and business failures. Let's talk about failure for a little bit because, as I said, failure is a part of business. So 22.5% of businesses fail in the first year and 33% in the second year. The statistics are the lowest that it's ever been. Even though you may look at it and be like, ooh, that's high, they're the lowest that it's ever been. The way to avoid being part of this percentage is to ensure the foundations are solid and can support stability and sustainability. You want to make sure we have all this in place. So in the comments, let's get a bit of feedback. Those who are in business, put how many years you've been in business. If you're just starting and it hasn't been a year yet, put 0. If you've been in business for 1 year, put 1, 2, 3, however many years you've been in business. So we had 3 years in business, 1 year in business, 10 years in business. Okay, Nakia, 20 plus. Go Sheila. Go Chantel with 2 years. So we have a good mixture of how long people have been in business. We have Tamisa 0, starting at our starting point, and the starting point is good because if you can get these things in place, it will definitely provide a great foundation for stability and sustainability as we're on this journey of entrepreneurship. So these are a little bit of statistics I'm going to share. So 62% of US billionaires are self-made. 62%. That means, and that's probably even higher from this past 2 years. I think this is statistics from 2018 or 19, but 62% are self-made billionaires. Like, this is billionaires. They're even more millionaires, right? And the thing is that it's possible and it's attainable for all of us. And it's just about us putting things in place and really figuring out what we want. Granted, not everybody has to be a millionaire. Not everybody wants to be a millionaire. So you really figure out, again, going back to those 4 core, like understanding your vision, your mission, your values, and your goals. Maybe billionaire or millionaire status isn't yours. Maybe you just want stability to provide for your family and create change and impact where you are. But 62%, that puts you in the running, right? And then we have 60% of people who start a small business are between the ages of 40 and 60. How many people on here are between the ages of 40 and 60? Just put me in the comments. Oftentimes we think we hit this mark of, see, look, we have a lot between 40 and 60. We hit this mark of life sometimes and we're like, oh, I'm too old to do this, or I'm too old to do that, or it's been too long. I just want to say that as long as you are blinking and breathing, that is the least of your worries. As long as you have the ability to be in a place where you can create and you can do, and you have your sound mind, you can create a business at any age. There are many entrepreneurs who didn't start until they were late in their 40s and 50s. Colonel Sanders of KFC is one of those things. So all of you guys who are in this mark of 40, 60, 40 and 60, and even if we have any that's more than that, 60% of people who are starting businesses are between this age. So, and you have the advantage of lessons in life and learning that are a great benefit. So then we have 33% of entrepreneurs only have a high school diploma. We don't want to limit ourselves based on what we think we don't have. We live in a place that education is not about an institution. Education is a thing that happens every day. You have this wonderful World Wide Web right in the palm of your hands. You can research and you can learn anything that you want to know. You just have to be willing and be intentional about learning that. And don't limit yourself, even if you've done things. So I shared with you guys that I've been an accountant in business operations for over 20 years. And in that, I wanted to shift. I wanted to follow the thing that I was really passionate about, which is about being a life strategist coach and helping people, strategize and navigate through this journey called life. I went and I educated myself. I took seminars, I invested, I took classes, I took certification. I am a continuous learner. Life is not about learning one time, but learning every day. So even if you only have a high school diploma, that's not an excuse. We don't want excuses. We want solutions. And then we have 67% of business owners use their personal funds to deal with various financial challenges. And we're going to get into this because it does take investment of your personal funds. Before I go on to another point, I just want to make a point here really fast. When we talk about entrepreneurship, it's so noisy in the world about everybody telling you, start a business, get your business going, do this. I really commend you for doing that. However, let's be smart and let's be strategic about it. Don't leave your full-time job if you don't have the things in place in order to support because you need your money. The smart thing to do that I encourage people to do a lot, keep your job. Let your job be a financial investor in you building your job and building your career and your business. Get all the money you can from them. So when you do step out there and you do start, you have the financial support and the financial means in order to sustain your business. So don't be so hasty about leaving your 9 to 5 if you don't have the money in the bank to really support, because it does take an injection of funds to sustain your business. You can start it with little, but to sustain it, we want to make sure we have things in place. One of the most imperative documents you can have as an entrepreneur is to create a business plan. Too many people are starting businesses without a clear business plan. The good book says that write the vision and make it plain. Write the vision and make it plain is your business plan. Like, be very detailed about your business, because it's the thing that's going to help you with success, sustainability, and stability. And we want to make sure you have a business plan. A business plan is a formal written document containing the goals of the business, the methods for attaining these goals, and a time frame of achievement for these goals. This is so important. Again, we're talking about foundational principles of entrepreneurship. Even if you're in business and you bypass this part, go back to the starting point of the foundation. Go back to the basement of your house and make sure that you get this in order. And the thing is, your business plan should be reviewed at least every couple of years to update as necessary. So we're going to go over high level. I'm not going to go in details, so I don't want to keep you guys too long. Things that you should have included in your business plan. You want to have an executive summary. You want to have a description of your business, including all of these things that are listed. Again, we'll share this webinar with you so you can review this in more detail. If you have any questions, just feel free to always ask. You want to do market analysis. You want to make sure that when you're starting your business, you're putting yourself in a place that's going to create profit, that's going to create growth, that's going to create a space for you. There's room for everybody to succeed. You just want to find the room that's best for you. We have Sheila, who says her plan has been modified and updated many times over the years. And that's what it is. It's a business plan, but it is something that you go back to continuously and you modify. So you want to make sure that you have your market analysis. And the market analysis as well, when you have so many businesses that are starting, so many things that are popping up, you want to be very aware, especially if you have a storefront business or if you have some other service type of business. You want to know who else in your area, who else in a particular radius of your business has the same business. You want to understand what their services are and what they're doing so you can make sure you position yourself. I want to talk about the red ocean and blue ocean. The red ocean is where it's really busy, is where all the problems are, is where everybody is there. When you understand what's in a red ocean, you can jump out the red ocean and create the blue ocean, which is more clarity, which is more support, which helps you find the solutions and the problems to everything that's in the red ocean. But you got to know what's in the red ocean before you get into your blue ocean. There's actually a book. It's called Red Ocean, Blue Ocean. You can find it on Amazon. It's a business book. And then organizational management. Get clear. Even if you are a one-man shop, you want to think, again, going back to the core of entrepreneurship. Visualize, vision. How do you want your team to look? Who do you want on your team? What do you want your legal structure to be? What's the contribution? Even if it's not there yet, if you're not there yet, you're creating this business plan for you to move. You're basically taking the bricks to create the yellow brick road to sustainability, to growth, to really making an impact and really making your business. So you want to make sure you have these things in place for your business plan, and be okay to revise and update and modify it as you deem possible. But typically, I say that the business plan should be reviewed at least every 2 years. And MP Services also has resources available to assist with business plan, to assist you with your business plan. So keep that in mind. FREE. Financial responsibility. So this is probably one of my favorite parts. I could be a little bit biased, again, because I've spent 20 years being an accountant and being in business operations, and it's extremely important for me to really share and express how important financial literacy is, especially not just personally, but as well as in our business. It's extremely important. And as a business owner, you want to make sure that you're creating success in your finances. You want to understand that have the understanding that finances is the most important part of you running a business. There are keys to financial aspects you must understand. So you have to have an understanding. You don't have to do all the things, but you have to understand. And there's responsibility. As an entrepreneur, you are taking the financial risk that will determine the success of your business. Do not take that lightly. Do not sprouse over your finances in your business. And we're going to get through that in a second, but you want to be very, very astute and very clear about your finances and understanding all the parts. So when we talk about all the parts, make sure that you have, going back to the core, right? The 4 core, which is your vision, your mission, your values, and your goals. Have goals for your business and also have specific financial goals. What are your targets? What are you trying to reach? What's your revenue expectation? And break that down by quarters, right? So you can basically create stepping stones of goals that you can accomplish with more clarity. Ensure you have budgets and projections. And when I'm going over this stuff, I'm going over it in high level to include this information. But I really encourage you, highly, highly, highly encourage you to work with an accountant and a professional who can help you in this area. I understand that you can do your own personal books, but your personal books is not like your financial books. It's not like your business books. You really want to make sure that you're being a good steward. And one thing I'm going to say about this is when we're talking about the things that you need. So your financial statements, your profit and loss, your income and revenue, your expenses and your taxes, you need to be aware and gain understanding. Even if someone else is doing it, you need to know what they're doing it and why they're doing it. Because as we know, everybody out here in the world is not the most honest and not the most honorable. And you want to just make sure that you're aware of things that's going on in your business instead of somebody telling you what's going on in your business, so you can be an astute, responsible, fiscally responsible business owner. Understand your balance sheet, your assets and your liabilities and your equity, your inventory. If all of this sounds foreign, no worries. There is help for you. So again, schedule a consultation with MP Services, and we can go over this information to help you create the best foundation for your business to grow. One thing we also want to talk about, I want to make a point here, is bank accounts. Please, 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 please have a business bank account, that you do not commingle funds with your business account and your personal account. Keep those separate. You want to keep those separate for tax purposes. You also want to create a separate account. It's advised to create a separate account for your taxes. One of the things that take entrepreneurs out a lot are taxes. Ensure that you're paying your taxes. You owe taxes for every dollar that you make. You got to pay taxes. It's our responsibility as citizens of the United States of these Americans. Reserves is a savings. Just like you want to create a reserve for your personal funds, you want to create a reserve for your business as well. And reserve for personally, I advise my clients all the time to ensure you have an emergency savings fund, an emergency savings plan, emergency savings in place. You want to do the same thing in your business. If you're making somebody, you make $1,000, take $100 of that and put it into your reserve account, so that if you hit hard times or there's something that you want to do or that you're projected to do, you're building this reserve that's going to help you sustain and create sustainability if there's any hard times that your business might face. Ensure that you're on top of payroll, you're paying payroll taxes, and you're paying people appropriately. And you want to make sure that you have an accounting system and software to support your business, to make sure that you have everything tracked and everything in order. These are foundational principles of entrepreneurship that so many people spruce over so quickly without having them in order. And they should be reviewed on an annual, your finances should be reviewed all the time, but you want to ensure that you're reviewing it. And just one other thing before we go past this financial part is that there are people who do taxes, and then there are people who do accounting. They're typically 2 different people. Your tax people are really focused on your tax. Your accounting people are really focused on your books and how you're creating the structure and the financial health of your business. There are some people who can do both. You just want to make sure you ask questions and get clarity about that. And yeah, be very intentional about how you're creating your finances for your business, because it is an essential foundational principle for entrepreneurship. So let's go from theory to practice. And let's talk about some practical strategies and how to create a foundation of success as an entrepreneur. All right, so everything in life starts with questions. I'm a question person. I think that we should ask questions, and we should continuously be in a state of asking questions. So as you're starting with questions, ask yourself these questions, like go over these things. Are you making enough profit from your business to maintain your desired reasonable lifestyle? Sometimes we get into business and you think that You made money one time, but if that's not going to sustain the life that you need, you want to make sure that you're creating a pathway and you're working with a plan that's going to get you to the income that's going to support your lifestyle and what you want out of life, what you want out of your business. Do you have enough money saved for a rainy day? Have you looked up how much healthcare and insurance and other expenses cost? When you become an entrepreneur, you become 100% responsible for yourself and all the things, your taxes, your health care. You have to plan for vacation, because as an entrepreneur, if you're on vacation, how does your business make money? And if you go on vacation for 2 weeks, who's going to manage your business for the 2 weeks? Do you have a team in place? Do you have support in place? These are all questions you want to ask, and you want to have responses to it, even if you're not there yet, because it's about creating the plan, creating the foundation. And these are questions. Again, I'll share this. We'll share this so you can look over these questions later on. And what to know. These are more things about what to know. Like, know your business very intimately. And when I say know your business very intimately, going back to the vision, the mission, the values, the goals, about your finances, about your business plan, about your competition, about the market analysis. Know about your business intimately, because that's going to be the thing that's going to create the foundation for success and sustainability. You don't have to do it alone. So many times as entrepreneurs, we think we're here and we got to do everything. MP Services is a great, great, great place for a resource that can help you in these places that you don't have to do it alone. You can reach out for help. Get very clear on your messaging and your elevator pitch. If you want to sell, every business is in sales. Every person is in sales, no matter who you are. You're selling a thing. So you want to make sure you are very clear with your messaging and your elevator pitch. And you want to become self-aware. Becoming self-aware is going to be your power tool. Become self-aware of the things that you are strong in, the things that you're not so strong in, where your strengths and where your weaknesses are, so you can begin to fill those spots to help you sustain and grow your business. You don't have to do it all, and you don't have to know all the answers. And the thing is, you won't know all the answers. Everybody learns as we go. I was just talking to a friend earlier today, and if you realize where we've been in this pandemic, things have opened up so much that nobody knew. People are still learning things. People are learning. So you don't know everything, but being a consistent place of growth and of learning, and being willing to learn, being willing to be coachable, being willing to, and really lean more into your discernment to know what's for you and what's not for you. Utilize resources, get a coach or a mentor. It's extremely important. So many times in communities of colors, we don't maximize the support and the resources of using a coach. It is extremely effective. I'm not just saying that because I'm a coach. I'm saying that because these are the things that separate you from the ordinary, that helps you to be the exception and be extraordinary. Read and educate yourself in business. And don't just think about today. We should always be 5 steps ahead, thinking 5, 10, 12 steps ahead when we're thinking business. Create your 5-year projection. Again, it's about a plan. Do you have your 5-year projection in place? What does it look like? Growth by planning and creating a vision. You want to create the plan that can be used as your guide for growth and success. Again, don't just think about today, think ahead of time. And some strategies, like to recap the strategies: preparation, get prepared, create your roadmap, a mentor or a coach. Make sure you get a mentor or a coach to help you. Even if you're seasoned in this, a coach can also help you create the pathway forward, can be your sounding board, can basically kind of help you navigate through this. And a coach and a mentor is different from your friends. It's a specific service that can help support you where you want to be, without any bias, without any judgment, and just really be there with accountability, because accountability is probably the most important thing. Be financially invested. You have to be willing to invest. If you want a return on your investment, you have to invest first. Invest in your business, and most importantly, invest in yourself, because you are the masterpiece of it all. And if you're not investing in yourself, your return on the investment is going to be low. So we want to make sure we invest in our self and position yourself to create success. Get systems and support. Create all the systems that you need in your business early. The faster you can put your systems in place that can help automate, the faster it'll help you grow, and you can put things in place without having to extend yourself like an octopus with arms going all over the place, doing all the things. Put systems in place that'll help you grow and really help you automate and run your business, and adjust as needed. And the most prevalent thing in this is execute. Don't go through all this. Don't sit through this workshop. Don't talk about you starting a business. Don't write all the things and you do nothing. The thing that you want to do is execute. Take action. Don't allow fear to stop you. It may seem like a lot, but you can do it. Look, many people are doing it and you're no different. You're just as amazing and just as awesome as everybody else. So execute and be action, but tap into all your resources. All right, some tools that you can tap into is use Google and OneDrive. Make sure you have a place for your digital files. We're not really in a paper society. We're really here where we have digital files and all those things. Make sure you are keeping files. Make sure you're keeping everything in place. Make sure you have an accounting system to make sure you can track how you're making money, where you're spending money, what's your net profit, and all those things. You can do that by using QuickBooks, FreshBooks, HoneyBooks. That's very important. I would also like to share with you Canva. If you don't know what Canva is a great tool that you can create all things for your business, from printing things, from creating flyers, from doing social media posts, doing all the things. You really want to look into Canva because it can help you really up level your business. I actually created this presentation in Canva. So in Fiverr, get help. There are people on Fiverr who are doing so many things. If you need help with anything, Fiverr is a great place to tap into resources. And if you're at a place where you want to inject some revenue and some income into your business, if you have a specialty, get on Fiverr and offer your services to other people so you can make money, so you can invest it in your business. It's a great opportunity for every person. There's no lack of opportunity out here. Fiverr. Sheila, Fiverr. Yes, Fiverr. Some other tools. Acuity and Calendly. Great scheduler for your calendar. Keep yourself organized. Typeform is a great resource as well. If you want to get feedback, use forms, collect data. It's absolutely. And the other thing, you want to get money. In order to get money, you have to have a system. Make sure you get to a Stripe, a PayPal, a Square, or something that'll help you collect your money easily, help you track your money, and help you process it to keep yourself in order. And in the chat, there is the link for the survey. If you can complete that survey, it will be super helpful. So click the link in the chat so you can complete the survey. And helpful tips. And these are helpful tips. And this is really about the foundation as well, because this is helpful tips beyond the business. You want to go beyond the business and beyond those other things to you. Make sure that you exercise and you eat healthy, because if you are not well, you can't show up in your business well, you can't serve people well, and you will stretch yourself out. And you have to be very, very aware of your own mental health. Make sure that your mental health has wealth, because it's extremely, especially as entrepreneurs, you're handling a lot, you're juggling a lot, you're moving this and that, and you're trying to create and you're trying to grow. Your mental health is the most important. You are the most important. For without you, what business is there? So you want to make sure you take care of yourself. Exercise, eat healthy, read, network, grow. And your network is your net worth. So you want to make sure that you're building your network and you're tapping into resources. Get fresh air and good sleep. Fresh air and sleep are extremely important in being a successful business owner. And create balance and harmony. Don't work. You don't have to work. We are not trying to create a hustle life. It's not about hustle. It's about grit. It's about being smart. And it's about putting things in place, strategies and things in place, foundations to create the success without reaching the burnout, the overwhelm, and the stress. And give yourself time. Give yourself grace to build. Give yourself grace to grow. Know that when you start, you're not going to birth a baby when a seed is planted. It takes a minute to build itself. Give yourself time to go through the process. Allow yourself to learn while you're on the journey. And have fun and do the things that bring you joy. Don't get so engulfed in your business that you lose yourself. Don't get so engulfed in trying to grow and trying to build that you don't laugh, or you're so stressed out and overwhelmed that you're not having fun and you're not enjoying life, because life is meant to be enjoyed. And even though you're trying to build a business, create the harmony. We can also create fun and do things that bring you joy. And as we get towards our closeout, know that 40% of US businesses are women owned. And on this webinar, we have majority, if not all, women here. It is time and space for women to elevate. And that doesn't mean that men aren't elevating. It just means that there's more opportunity. Women are doing more things. We have broken ceilings and we have crashed down walls. And we're in a place where if you want it, you can get it. The only thing that you need is to want it, to have a strategy, to have a plan, to have the things in place for you to create what you want. It's possible for you. Don't limit yourself and don't allow yourself to be stifled by fear. Don't allow yourself to be stifled and struck because you think your idea is crazy. Crazy is what creates things. Crazy is what makes money. Google was crazy until it was Google. What is a Google? Nobody knew. It sounded crazy when somebody came up with it, but look at it now. Amazon, all these things. So put yourself in a place where you are able to build and you are able to grow and you can break through those limits of people telling you what you can't do, your idea. Don't listen to those folks. You are amazing. You are incredible. And you were created marvelous and wonderful to do amazing things. And you have the amazing ability to be living at this moment, at this time, which means you have all the opportunity to create and do and be successful in business. And 70% of women are women of color who are starting new companies. And that is amazing. As a woman of color, we have faced many strides. We have overcome many obstacles. We have pushed. We have been the backbone to our families. We have been the ones to sacrifice and to do all the things. And now it's opportunity for us to be part of success and to create business, and to create legacy and to change generational narratives and really create success. So it's opportunity out there. And as a minority, there's so many places for minority, especially in this past year, we have all this racial divide and all this racial awareness that's coming in. There's tons of businesses out here that are creating space for minority women, that are creating space and giving money for minorities, that are creating space to really support businesses and women of color in business. So we want to make sure that we really utilize and tap into those resources. And let's celebrate the small wins, whatever the small win is. Don't just celebrate the big things, celebrate the small things. If you woke up this morning, celebrate that. If you just started your business, celebrate that. If you got one customer, celebrate that. If you sold one shirt, celebrate that. When you begin to put yourself in a mindset of celebrating, you create in a place of abundance for yourself where life begins to reward you just for you having a heart of gratitude and celebrating the little things. Business can be tough. However, let's celebrate every part, especially the small wins. All right. All right. Let me get a 1. Actually, give me a 7 in the comment if you just with me and you're enjoying this. Let me get a 7 if you have enjoyed this. 777. Let me get it. All right. Awesome. 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 I love to see it. They're like hand claps. Like when you put chats in the comments, they're like hand claps that I can't hear. So thank you for the hand claps. Thank you for the hand claps. All right, so we are at the end of this workshop, and it has been amazing being with you guys. I want to share with you what's next, and then we're going to open up for a few questions if you guys have any questions. But what next? As we stated in the beginning of this workshop, thank you so much, Chantel. She said, I learned so much information and informative and resourceful. I love it. So what's next? As we mentioned earlier, MP Services has resources, has tons of other workshops and things that can be beneficial to your entrepreneurial journey. Some of the things that we have coming up are going over law, legal, and regulations. We have credit, personal credit, as well as business credit, because those are important. We have branding and social media. We have communication, and we have networking events coming up. Please stay connected with us. Look on the website. The dates for all the workshops are there. You want to register so you can get this information. Again, FREE. Soak up these resources while you can. Soak up the help. If you need any help, if you want to have a consultation, go to the website and you can schedule a consultation. You can schedule a call that will help you in any place you are. If there's information that you want to learn more about, or you want more information, or something specific you want to learn, feel free to share with us so we can create something that will provide resources. And as well, please don't forget to fill out the survey. The link is in the chat. fill out the survey for us, because that's going to help us gain feedback and gain information so we can make this a great experience for you, so you can get value out of this time that you have taken out of your business schedule to be with us, and so that you can benefit, we can benefit you in the end. So as we end out, you can connect with me. So you can connect with me. I'm Inspiring Joy Inc. on all social media platforms. I'm mainly on Instagram, but also on LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, and maybe there's something on YouTube. I don't know, but there's something coming. Connect with me. You can also connect with me by visiting my website, which is inspiringjoyinc.com. And you can also join my community. So my community, I share things once a week. I probably send out an inspiration, send out something that's really going to help inspire, empower, evolve you in your journey. And if you just text that number 202-918-5248 and text the word extraordinary, you'll be included in the text community. Please know I won't overwhelm you with text, because I don't like it when people do it to me, so I won't do it to you. But you can connect with me on all platforms. And as well, if you schedule a call with MP Services, we can also connect that way as well. So to connect with MP Services, you can connect with MP Services via the website, and that is mpservicesdc.com. You can connect with MP Services on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram at mpservices_DC. And at the end of the day, we'd love to chat. This is how you reach us. If you want to reach MP Services, you call 301-440-3732. You can also send an email at any time, and someone on our team will definitely respond to you. You can send an email to info@mpservicesdc.com. And our offices, I did say our offices are located in the Washington, D.C. area. We are here to serve everybody, no matter where you live. So the Bronx, Northern California, St. Louis. I was trying to remember all the other places. Wherever you are, we are able to serve you, because we have this awesome Zoom that puts us into all places. So that is the end of our workshop. Now I'm going to open it up for questions. If anybody has any questions, have any feedback, want more information, want to say anything, you can take yourself off of mute, and we will share. So any questions, we're opening up right now. I'm going to leave my screen up there to stop sharing, just in case you want contact information for me. And then I will also, contact information for MP Services. So MP Services is there. And if you want any information with me, there's there. So anybody have any questions, any feedback, anything you want to say? I really like to talk to people, and I really like to see faces. So if you want to take turn your camera on so I can see your face, so I won't be alone with just my face showing, that would be super duper awesome. Love faces. Hey, Seymour, thanks for showing your face. Hey, Chantel, your face been showing the whole time, and I appreciate it.
Thank
you. Hey, Sheila. Hey, Lenoria. Do we have any questions, any additional information, anything that was helpful, anything that you want to know? Hi, Tamisa. Good to see your face. I love faces. Any questions?
Yes.
Chantel has a question.
Thank you very much for your program. It was very productive. I just finished the World Trade Month, therefore we learned a lot, but I didn't expect that you have a few things that I need to learn more. I changed the industry because of COVID, and the fact that I changed the industry, I have a couple of issues like presentation. As a matter of fact, they already invite me right after during the World Trade Month to do a presentation overseas, while they encourage the export, and that's where I'm in. I already have a client, but I have to do some webinar presentation, and I'm really struggling to have the way you're doing it is a way I can find a place to do this while I'm doing all the paperwork to change the industry where I was just doing agriculture, and I want to do trade with import-export. Therefore, the presentation is really my struggle right now. How you present your webinar, I need to do that from overseas.
So you can do that, and a great tool that you can use, as I mentioned, one of the tools that I mentioned, let me go back to that, is Canva. Canva is a place that you can utilize to create presentations. Let me go back. There's Canva. So this Canva, if you go to canva.com, they have great tools and resources that you don't have to do a lot of work. All you need to do is have your content and your copy available about what you want to talk about and what you want to present, and you can put it in, but you don't have to worry about all the design. It's very easy, very informative, and you can really maximize by using Canva to create your presentation. As long as you have your information that you want to share, you can just input it in, really easy to use.
And the last one, I was recommended to apply for membership to belong to the advisory council for the president and the U.S. Secretary of Commerce to advise him on how to do business with Africa. This is such an honor. I'm not there yet. I need to send the application, but I'm really going to need your help to make me go through that. It's a 2 years, so they call that PDA, so the President Advisory Council on doing business in Africa. I'll send you the link there, you'll see. It's a really chance. Most of the time, there are Caucasian people around, and they want to give opportunity to people who are born in Africa to belong to the Advisory Council. And
send an email. Send an email to MP Services Info, and we do have a workshop coming up about global.
Global marketing on June 14th, Wednesday, June 14th.
Yes, okay. Thank you for that, Andrea. Global marketing is going to come up. That's going to really help bring more insight of how we can do more business internationally, not just domestically, but what that global marketing look like. But definitely, if you need any support services, just send an email to info@MP Services. To get more help on anything that you need. There's the
thank you
email address. Anybody else have any questions, any feedback, anything? I know I don't want to hold you guys too long. We will share the presentation via email. Thank you, Tamisa. So if there's any other information, again, please check out the website for all the other workshops that MP Services will be providing. Again, we'll have workshops that will be on legal, law, and regulations. You might want to check that out. It's very great information. You want to workshops on credit, workshops on business credit, understanding that regular credit and personal credit are two totally different things. So you want to make sure that you are establishing both. And then we have workshops on, like Andrea said, global marketing. We have branding and social media, communications, and we're going to have an awesome networking event. So the networking event is basically kind of where we get through and we do networking via Zoom. And it's really awesome for you to connect with other entrepreneurs and other people to, again, build your network. It's really great to connect with like-minded people who are on the journey and goal of entrepreneurship by connecting with people. So stay tuned and make sure you check out our website and our social media for any posts on the networking marketing. It's going to be very helpful.
I have one more question. How long is the program going to last?
So we have workshops right now in this particular section that's going to go through June, July, probably August.
Okay.
Probably August. There's going to be workshops that we're going to be providing, and you can always call for send an email for any consultations, any help, any information, any to help with anything that you need in your business. Again, we're here to support entrepreneurs. We're here to support you to be successful, to overcome any hurdles, to overcome anything that stands in your way, and to help you navigate and strategize through this journey of entrepreneurship. That's why we're here. Tracy, thanks so much. Great information. Thank you. Thanks, Tracy. Thanks, Leah. Great presentation. Great information. Thank you guys so much. And if that's it, if that's all, guess what? Time for us to say toodles and say goodbye.
I just want to say thank you, Joy. Great information. And I want to thank everyone that participated. And if you could take a moment and fill out the survey, we would greatly appreciate your feedback. Everyone have a great evening.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for filling out that survey. It really means a lot and really can help the program be developed. So that little step will really be helpful for yourself and other entrepreneurs, so we can make sure that we're providing the service and everything that could be beneficial to everyone. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. All right, that's it. Toodles.
Bye.
Sorry, that was great.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Joy.
Thank you.